The insertion of the aluminum tube into the ground is to encase a vertical core of sediment, which records the sediments that have been laid down over the last 4,000 or 5,000 years. This aluminum tube is inserted into the ground using vibrational coring technology. The portable engine turns a flexible shaft that rapidly moves a piston in a torpedo-shaped case strapped to the aluminum tube. This high-frequency vibration, along with the weight of the researchers hanging on the aluminum tube, can move the tube into the ground to a depth of several meters.
I'm Andrea Brunelle from the University of Utah Geography Department.
I'm Jessica Spencer, I'm a graduate student for Andrea.
I'm Tom Minkley, I'm at the University of Wyoming, Department of Botany. And today we're standing on the edge of a wetland in southern Arizona, locally coined cienegas. And cienegas are marshlands that formed roughly about 5,000 years ago, maybe longer, and they provided permanent water supplies for many of the early settlement into the American Southwest. Characteristic of these environments are that there are these large flat features that do act as sponges and allow water to be released throughout the seasonal cycle. So they create small oases in the desert for native plants and animals.
We're on the Nature Conservancy Preserve, Canelo Hills, and we're working on an EPA SCERP funded project to reconstruct the history of some of these wetland systems that we're standing on right now.
How long has this wetland existed here?
Okay, so we know that these systems have been around for at least 5,000 years, and the onset of the system seems to coincide around the time that El Nino Southern Oscillation variability, the weather phenomenon, the climate phenomenon that brings El Nino wintertime precipitation to the southwest came. We've learned that that winter precipitation signal is really critical in tipping the balance towards having enough moisture to keep these surfaces saturated enough during the year that they're accumulating sediment over time. And because they're accumulating sediment over time, they preserve a long history of the environment. The plants that were on the system through their pollen, how often they burn through charcoal particles.
That would be an experience.
Could one of you principals please explain the situation here? Why this is looking like a carousel?
Well, because research is fun, and this is a way to get the kids involved.
It is.
Yeah, I see. Like the maypole.
Yeah, only dangerous and different.
See, the collar that was supposed to hold that torpedo-looking thing onto the pipe was too small for the pipe, and so now through brilliant minds of probably about 150 years of higher education here, we have strapped the torpedo onto it vertically, and these two brave lads are going to provide weight to help gravity to drive this pole into the ground.
When things go bad, that's when we hope the motor gets cut through.
Ladies and
If everybody knew how fun this was, we'd not have jobs.
Uh-huh. And so this day in the field, how many hours in the lab is this going to result in?
We'll be done with this in probably 1.5 years, 2 years.
With Jessica working non-stop, right?
Not me.
Oh, not you. Huh? So what are you going to count in this? Pollen? Charcoal?
Yep.
Pollen, charcoal, we'll look at the grain size and macrobotanical remains, so seeds and leaves.
Any dating method, carbon dating or anything?
We radiocarbon date the macro remains as well. Let's get a measurement.
Like it's incomplete, huh?
So do you think it would have compressed uniformly?
We're going to assume so. It's better than trying to figure it out any other way.
Yeah.
We sort of have to assume that. So that is Do you have Andrea's notebook? Great, thank you. 1.37 down pipe, and we have 53 out of the ground.
1.37.
So
137 minus 53. 884.
Yeah,
Is that
84.
Right? 130.
Is it sealed?
Okay, Tom, jerk it out of the
But
ground.
All right.
The other one's important too, isn't it? Just so you know.
Okay, so everybody can hang out under the tripod again. Oh, she wanted the glory for her show.
That's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that looks kind of neat.
Clay?
Yeah, I get the glory.
I think we're close.
It could be 1,000 years, 5,000 years, 100,000 years. We just tell me. It's not 100,000.
It can be 100,000, so.
Well, it's only 5,000 because that's when the Earth began.
Right. No, I thought it was 6,000.
So, Andrea, what's the word on the core?
You won, you stinker.
I won?
Yeah,
Really?
134 centimeters.
Ah.
Sounds like somebody's getting a bottle of Bombay.
I thought I was so pessimistic too, because I thought it was going to be longer than that.
We were apparently optimistic.
I don't know. What about the content and so forth?
Oh, it's awesome.
Looks
Yeah, this is exactly what we